Welcome to my channel. In this channel I share life-changing principles that will make your life more valuable. Today I want to talk about the power of family. Family is one of the most sacred and priceless blessings we are given in this life. It is one of the few areas where our will has no control. God, in His infinite wisdom, chose for us. We did not select who our parents would be, who our siblings are, or which home we would be born into. That divine arrangement was purposeful. It reminds us that family is not just a human institution, it is a spiritual foundation designed for our growth, unity, and sense of belonging. Think about it, in a family, we are introduced to life's very first lessons. We learn love when our mothers hold us in their arms. We learn patience when our fathers sacrifice sleepless nights to provide for us. We learn forgiveness when siblings quarrel but eventually share a meal together. And we learn resilience when our family faces storms but refuses to fall apart. Let me share with you a story I once heard of a poor farmer and his son. The father worked long hours under the hot sun, tilling the soil with bare hands because he could not afford modern tools. His hands were calloused, his back bent from years of labor. Yet, whenever his son asked him, "Papa, why do you work so hard?" the father would smile and say, "Because your future must be brighter than mine." That father's sacrifice was not in words but in action. Years later, the boy became a doctor, and he would tell people, "Every degree I hold, every patient I heal, it is not mine alone. It belongs to my father who bent his back so I could stand tall." Another story tells of a mother during wartime. Food was scarce, and she had only a small portion of rice each day. But instead of eating, she secretly gave her share to her children. Years later, when one of her sons grew up and discovered what she had done, he wept, saying, "I am alive because my mother chose hunger for herself and life for us." Sacrifice is the language of family. Love that costs nothing is easy, but love that demands sacrifice is what truly defines a family. But let us also remember, family is not always about who shares our DNA. Sometimes, God brings people into our lives who treat us more like family than our own relatives do. A friend who walks into your house without knocking because they are that close. A neighbor who notices your struggles and steps in quietly. A colleague who stands by you when everyone else abandons you. I remember a touching story of a young orphan boy who was taken in by a teacher. She was not related to him, but she gave him food, clothing, and education. Years later, when she was old and frail, it was that boy, now a successful man, who became her caregiver, her son in every way that mattered. Family is not just who we are born to, but also those we choose to embrace with love. But let's be honest, not all family experiences are sweet. Sometimes, the people closest to us are the ones who wound us most deeply. Misunderstandings, betrayals, or differences in character can bring pain. And yet, even in these times, we are called to love not blindly, but wisely. Love may mean setting boundaries so you are not destroyed in the process. Love may mean forgiving someone who never apologized. Love may mean praying for a parent who abandoned you, even if reconciliation never comes. Because true family love is not about perfection, it is about persistence. So today, I ask you, think about your family. Think about your parents who sacrificed sleep and comfort to raise you. Think about your siblings who may annoy you but still stand by you when the world turns away. Think about the friends and neighbors who became family when you had no one else. Family, whether chosen or given, is a divine gift, a cornerstone of humanity. It is where we first learn to belong, to forgive, to sacrifice, and to cherish. Let us love them as they are, not as we wish them to be. Let us carry forward a legacy of love, because in the end, the truest measure of family is not how perfect it looks, but how deeply it loves. Thank you for listening. May you find encouragement in your family, strength in their love, and courage to love them back even more. Stay connected for more inspiring and life-changing videos.